I like that. A little bit of the Maw, a little bit of the Dark Ranger, a little bit of that like Kyrian look to it. Interesting combo. We got ourselves Gizmop also in a team 1 as well as Grifka. We got us Igor and Azrael going to be first up, charging in, trying to make sure that Mika, the Affliction Warlock, does not really get a proper opener. Immediate human ratio with the Mortal sent in as Mika trying to see if he can establish some dots. Azrael swooping right over there with a Dragon Kick. Is going to back up for a second, looking for a bit of recovery. Does play into a diffuse magic, so you could reverse a lot of these dots back at Miko. If he saves at the right time, he waits until maybe Miko goes in for the full Dark Glare and everything, and then he swaps the dots back over to Miko, that could be fantastic. But Miko got a lot of pressure. Karma gonna use really early on as Azrael, just trying to see if he can use his defensive abilities, trying to see if he can mitigate damage from Miko. Miko does let him juke, and now the master of jukes, able to control the interrupt so easily, is gonna go for a little bit of survivability. Azrael got him so big Fist of Fury with his Serenity, so Miko is actually gonna back up out of there using the gaze, but it's gonna be difficult for Azrael to not stay on Miko the entire time. Azrael not really doing great in health. He's gonna go for diffuse magic, does it himself, big damage right now, trying to go for as much recovery as he can. Looks like he's gonna be able to get himself a little bit of survivability. Dots are still on him though, trying to see if he can fight through them. Could be going down. Miko does have some establishes the dots on the bed, could swap more to Azrael, but they're just now end up getting claimed in the full dots. I don't even know how they were able to get redotted again, because it was UA, right? I'm not even sure. Gonna be immediate mortal call as the stun comes out as Gizmo, trying to see if we can make a big play. Judgment sent in. Miko backing up out of there. Doesn't want to fight him. Is gonna go for a Dark Glare. I think was able to get full dots on a Gizmo. Does go for a Blessing of Protection. Wait a second for Miko. This is perfect. A Blessing of Protection. Can't really stop it. Does let him juking him out. Quick fear onto Gizmo. Does he just go for the biggest go right now? Gizmo trying to give himself a bit of defense. Gonna be Miko with a full Dark Glare and everything. Gonna be Gizmo removing some of these dots. Actually able to dispel them every time he presses Judgment, so he does have some protection. Gizmo though cannot bubble this for. Oh, Miko, I guess ended up getting a big old crit out of the drain though, just out of the field. I don't even know how that happened. Rapid fire, but Frisk got himself a bit of that kill shot too. So he's got himself the kill shot rapid fire combos. This could be really good for him. Full dots around him though. Miko was able to get some bit of pressure. Wall up is going to be full damage. Fisk is going to hit with a mortal code. Miko definitely is going to have to go for a fear on the guys when they can. I think a feign death from Fisk. It wasn't feign death. This is where Miko definitely needs to get himself some survivability. Does end up getting interrupted. Needs himself something, anything right now. A fear onto Fisk. Does go for a trinket. It's going to be silenced. Miko could be in a lot of trouble. He needs himself one more cheat death. Oh, maybe drain life. Is it going to be enough to try to give himself a shield? Drain soul. No way, Miko. Oh my goodness. This is so Affliction Warlock. What is going on? What is happening? How are you alive? Trying to see if you can avoid Igor. Igor, please. I was gonna say, like, Igor, please give this boy a chance here, but nah. It's a 5v5 1v1 duel. It's up to Miko to try to see if he can find survivability out of this one. He's going to try to see if he can mount up, trying to stay mobile versus the Death Knight. The Death Knight does have a little bit more movement though. Mortal Coil sent in. Miko is going to have to be very, very aggressive with a drain. Big Rip is going to be a more, yeah, a Legendborn to break him out of the fear. Try to see if he can establish the stun to Miko. Does have a dark back, come back very, very soon. Definitely needs to use it as soon as it's available. Does use it. It is so short. It's going to go for a port. Soul Rod to follow. Getting stunned up. Soul Rod is still on him though. It's going to be full drain life as long as he can maybe get an interrupt or two. Full dots are on Igor. Does himself a bit of shielding fear last second. Does get interrupted. Oh, that is so rough. My goodness. Interrupt by Igor. Does end up getting a lockout onto Kiyokaze. It looked like maybe he was able to juke it out. MS out for the Frosty Death Knight. SQ trying to see if he can puncture past that anti-magic shell. Gonna be silenced by the DK. Got him some big grip in. Major drop down a dome. Would potentially be a dark back situation. Kyo trying to see if they can maybe leverage as much cooldowns as they can in order to live past. Igor is gonna lock him out with a Shadow of Death at the very end, capitalizing on that guy. My goodness, with Grifka last and left over for the team 1, dampening now slowly starting to ramp up little by little. 90% dampener with a 4-minute mark duel. With Kyo, I guess, got himself still that frost fever on him, getting him out of the sap. Grifka should be able to get a proper go. Gonna be a kid shadow to Kyo. Could be a shadow dispersed situation. Is gonna be a secret technique sent in by Grifka. As Grifka's taking a little bit of damage pretty early on by Kiyokaze, it does go for a full stun. There's a potential where Grifka could take a lot of damage. Kyo just trying to load him up full of dots. It's gonna be Mind Games. Shadow Crash is able to kind of avoid it. Cloak Shadow is really early on by Grifka. Kyo could maybe potentially establish some crowd control sense. It's going to be a full run into Grifka. Does go for the blind. This is where the rogue is going to have to start using some of this crowd control, as well as potentially even vanishes, in order to be able to get himself a proper go. Does go in for a quick re-stealth. Sap at Kyo. Looks like Grifka is coming out of this duel mostly unscathed without a single dot on him. At this point, Kyo doesn't really have a lot to work with. Is that another secret technique by Grifka? Maybe it is a secret technique. It is a lot of damage. Kyo does get some of the ages to give himself a little bit more help to work with. Is going to go for the Desperate Prayer and is able to keep stabilizing himself with Desperate Prayer as well as Power Word Life, as well as Flash Heals and the Vampiric Embrace. Definitely needs to make sure the Grifka is dotted though, but Grifka looks like he's able to get himself a full reset. No Shadow Crash or nothing, but it's going to be down for Kyo to maybe pick up Eyes. Needs to play very carefully. Next secret technique could be really deadly. At least could go for a stun on Grifka. Get a shot to follow. Kyo taking quite a bit of damage. Secret technique is going to puncture right through his defenses. Has himself maybe Power Word Life. Does go for a bit of recovery here. Stun to Grifka. Has a trick in case he needs to. Could always go for a proper trinket. Gouge to Kyo as this is going to be full PI by the Shadow Priest. Dots are up on Grifka. Does not have a Cloak of Shadows. Is going to go for the Vanish. Fear by Kyo. He knows that the rogue is feared, so he's able to get himself a little bit of healing. Can at least go for instant cast. He cannot be interrupted for a time being. Grifka wait until he can go for yet another stun. Kiyokaze does have a Disperse in case they need to. Could go for Disperse in case things are really ever rough. Grifka trying to see if he can just fight through it. That's going to be full Disperse. Cloak of Shadows for the rogue. Trying to go for second technique. Unable to break past Kyo. Kyo does not have a CC here for a bit here. Maybe they could go for a pet. Maybe, if only they went for a Mind Bender on the blind. That would have been perfect, because then that would have given him opportunity to at least keep the rogue in combat for a bit. Does have a trinket back up, so does Grifka, so it could be anyone's game right now. It's going to be Gouge, going to be immediate stun opener. Kyo could potentially trinket out of this one. Does he go for it? He could trinket. Does trinket stun? It's going to force something out of Grifka. With this secret technique, it's going to be a lot of damage. Grifka get hit with the fear. Kyo does end up getting the Aegis proccing. Mind games out of Grifka. This is where you want to get as much dots on him as you can. Walk Cloak of Shadows is down. Potentially could be lots of damage here. Evasion off of the rogue. Might not be enough though. Still big damage out of Kyo. Does he go for the Vanish? He does right now. Grifka is trying to see if he can stay in until Shadow crashes out. Does he get interrupted? No, he doesn't get a proper kick. The juke down. Flash heal. The rogue is out in the open. Maybe Execute right here. Does he get to take him out? Kiyokaze trying to see if he can recover. This is going to be enough right now. There could be his game. Oh my god. And the rogue does end up getting the Shadow Strike at the very end. I cannot believe it is going to close. Holy Saya able to finally have a proper duel versus Grifka, but this man is down on cooldowns. He got Cloak of Shadows, so that's about it. Holy Saya could just go in there to take down Grifka if he wanted to. Trying to stay mobile versus Holy Saya, but the man can close the gap, maybe go for a stun. Finally work around the corner. Grifka has a Cloak of Shadows. He may just want to pre-cloak it. Does not have anything, but this one I think is just over right now. As Holy just doesn't let it go anywhere. My goodness, Miko with 3. Well done, Grifka. Calling back that victory little by little. Kyo almost getting him down. It was so close. Well done, boys. I love these ones, man. That was really good. Do we have enough teams for one of my boys? Because Frisk and his buddy joined in. If they're down for a couple more games, we could potentially have ourselves a couple more.